Hi folks, welcome back to Racin-n-Braisin. It is Sunday. I am CJ, and that means we are making picks today, talking about what we've seen this weekend so far, and then giving a little bit of discussion about what my menu worked out to be this weekend. Let's get into it first off with the picks. Mom had first pick this week for the 400 miler at Homestead, and she went with Noah Gragson. That's right, Gragson. On the board. She said he looked good in practice and he's going to be starting in the top 10 today. She said she feels like she's taking a bit of a chance, but she has 21 points here to play with. So that meant I had the rest of the field except for Kyle Larson, because Larson was my pick last week, which meant he was off the table. I took a look at the lap averages yesterday, and the only other driver to top any of the segments in lap averages was Bubba Wallace. He qualified in the top 10, and I'm going to go with him today. It looked like he had a good short run car. He led the lap averages in the 10 and 15 lap, and Kyle Larson led all of the other lap averages in practice yesterday. It sounds like he's got a good short run car. Hopefully they work on it throughout the day and he stays up front to help me gain back points on Mom. Let's talk about what we've seen so far this weekend. Yesterday was the Xfinity race, pretty boring race, right? To be expected. You know, the Xfinity guys there at Homestead, it gets really spread out. There's a big disparity in the talent level. And then when you throw in Kyle Larson out there to stink up the show, it was kind of a long, drawn-out race. Dad and I got back from a pleasant hike in a beautiful spring day yesterday, and were able to catch from the end of stage one through to the end of the Xfinity race yesterday while doing the CW hack. It synced up okay. It was about 3/4 of a lap off. There were actual times where the battle cam on the CW app and the radio broadcast were talking about the same thing, so woohoo, good job. But that was not always the case. And the battle cam didn't exactly have the best view of the final restart yesterday that cost Larson that win. But we at least did get to see a little bit of it. And I think on that restart, Sam Mayer is the one who jumped the gun and actually gave a big hard shot to Larson and probably knocked his foot off of the gas pedal on that restart. That's what we saw in the Xfinity race. Big old stink show from Larson, but got taken away from him there at the end. And Allgaier got his second win in a row. Friday night, the trucks were on track in Homestead, and the Cup drivers took over the booth. We had Harvick, Logano, and Keselowski in the booth, and I believe it was Hocevar and Cindric on pit road. I picked it up in the first stage going into the second stage. The second stage was, green from end to end, and Corey Heim was running away. Was it Heim? No, I think it was Kyle Larson was running away with it at that point. The Cup drivers in the broadcast, quite honestly, I think this was their worst rendition yet. It was just kind of dull. In my opinion, Kevin Harvick was not doing a good job of leading the broadcast as a play-by-play. I think he does a really good job in the booth on Sundays with Fox as an analyst, but he was not really leading things as a play-by-play. And you could definitely tell that Joey Logano was trying to kind of jump on things and keep things going in a certain direction. It almost felt like they were competing up there for who was actually leading the broadcast of the truck race. Again, another stink show from Kyle Larson. And apparently he won in another series on Thursday night. He is on fire this weekend and probably the best bet for winner today in Homestead. So that's what we've seen so far this weekend for NASCAR action at Homestead. I haven't heard anything more about the wildfires other than what they showed a little bit yesterday on the TV. So probably not going to be an issue today. I'm sure the broadcast will touch on it at some point, but it doesn't seem like anything has been canceled as a result of the wildfires in the Homestead area. Let's move on and talk about what my menu has been for the weekend. As I said, my dad was in town, so we shared a family favorite. That is my shrimp BLT tacos. And that's what we had after our beautiful hike yesterday. They were fantastic. But right off the bat, I do want to share with you a difficulty that I had. The avocados were hard as a rock. I picked up a bag of minis from Aldi, felt like I had enough ripeness in a couple of them that I could use them right away. By the time I got to them yesterday, they still weren't ripe enough for us. So what I did is decided to make an avocado mayo with it. What I did is I actually opened up the avocados in a normal way. And since they were so hard, I knew I wasn't going to be able to spoon them out of just a half. I made my hash marks with a knife inside the flesh of the avocado and then cut the avocado again in the quarters and carefully peeled the rind off of the outside of it. I put the quarters in with my food processor, then added a tablespoon of mayo, a little bit of water, about a quarter cup, some salt, some pepper, some white wine vinegar to give it a little bit of an acid, then pulsed it real good with the food processor until I was able to break down the toughness of the avocado. I just took that little avocado mayo that I had just made and folded it in with the cabbage that I was using in place of lettuce. If you're wondering how I assemble things with the shrimp BLT taco, I put Cajun seasoning on my shrimp. That gives it a nice little heat to it. Then, of course, add that little avocado as well to give it a nice creaminess to balance out the heat. And, of course, the bacon, the lettuce. Originally started out with some shredded iceberg, and then, of course, diced tomatoes to complete the tea portion of it. As years went on, I really enjoy the crunch of some finely shredded cabbage. So I've been replacing the tea there. That's how I handle my shrimp BLT tacos. They are a family favorite, and I make them all the time, not only for us in the family, but for myself as well. I suggest you guys give them a shot. They're really easy to put together. It's bacon, lettuce, tomato, and some Cajun shrimp on a taco shell. Try it out, guys. You'll love it. I have one left over for today. I'll probably make myself a salad to go along with it while I'm enjoying 400 miles at Homestead. So that's what we've got. Keep an eye out for Monday night's video where I do a race analysis and give you guys a scoreboard update on the competition between me and Mom. And then we take a quick look ahead at what is coming up 400 laps at Martinsville next week. So until then, guys, enjoy today's race and I will be talking to you guys Monday night. Thanks a lot and have a great day.